Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Coqui, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Coqui's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Coqui has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, Coqui is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Coqui take off doing that, and the command that you're going to give is Coqui heel, and you're going to simply start walking, and she should fall in line, heeling appropriately on your left-hand side. We've also gone ahead and incorporated an automatic sit into our heeling exercise, which means anytime that you're out walking with her and you stop, she should sit nicely right there at your left heel position. When heeling with Coqui, she should be keeping pace with you and not lagging behind on that leash or lunging ahead and pulling. If she is to do so, tell her no, give a tug and release on that training collar, and repeat the command to heel. The next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and it's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay, and then walk out to the end of your training leash. Now she should remain seated in this position and should not break. This is a great command to practice frequently with her to help build up her self-control and maturity skills, and to help her build up her ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. When practicing at home, you want to start at 1 minute and increase your intervals, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your long sit stay. When Fred returns back, he's going to walk counterclockwise all the way around and behind her, returning to heel position so that Coqui is once again on his left-hand side. And now they're going to run through their heel sit and stay for you again. The automatic sit, Fred stops and she sits right there. Good girl. So he leaves her in a sit stay again, open flat of your left palm in front of her muzzle, one-word command to stay, out to the end of the leash. And this time they'll demonstrate the come or the recall command. Call Coqui in using her name in a happy voice. She should then come in and sit directly in front of you. Very nicely done. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where you return her to heel position by heeling her around the back of you, where she returns to your left-hand side, sitting nicely. And they'll demonstrate that again. Leave her in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the leash, give her a moment to hold that sit stay, and then call her in using her name in a happy voice. Make sure that when she comes in, she sits there right in front of you, and then heel her around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side. Very nicely done. It is important to let Coqui know that she's doing a good job completing her commands by using positive reinforcement. You can either verbally praise her and tell her she's doing a good job, or physically praise her by giving her pets. Just don't go overboard when praising her physically, so that way she doesn't get overexcited. Just a little pet on the head there. Fred's letting her scratch out there, and then we're going to heel her out of that. Good girl. Now the next command that they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down command, is down from a heel position. Use the open flat of your left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command and walk out to the end of your leash once again. And she should remain laying down for the long down stay and should not break from this position. Again, this is another command that you want to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up her ability to to down stay for longer periods of time. And with the long down stay, you start at about 3 minutes and you increase your intervals, working up to a total of 5 minutes for your long down stay. All the way around, behind, returning so that she is right on his left-hand side there. Good girl. This is a good time to remind you as well that you should be setting aside about 15 to 20 minutes every day to work Coqui through her commands in a formal obedience session, as well as incorporating your commands into your daily activities. Fred leaves her in another down stay. Open flat of your left palm, straight down towards the ground. One word command to down. Then before you walk away, give the stay command. And this time they're going to demonstrate the come or recall command from the down position for you. She gets up, comes right on in, sits nicely. And you can see she's very happy doing her commands with that little tail wag in there. Good girl. Now this next command that they're healing into position for is the second of our down commands, and it's the down from a distance. And for this command, you will leave her in the sit stay. So Fred's going to heal her around here. And leave her in that sit stay out to the end of the leash. And from the end of the leash, use your right hand to give her the down command.
Down.
Good girl. Now what Fred and Coqui are going to be demonstrating for you is a small sample of our advanced off-leash training. Fred's going to leave her in a sit stay, and before he walks away, he's going to drop the leash and slowly increase the amount of distance in between himself and Coqui. This is not something that we recommend that you try right away. You want to make sure that you're completing all of your commands and practicing your commands with her on her leash and collar before you attempt to drop the leash in the future. You must be very diligent with her. Make sure that she is complying with you through the use of your leash and collar, and then eventually you'll be able to start dropping it and slowly increasing your distance, such as Fred is doing here. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Coqui has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Coqui, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.